Welcome to Geopolitical Thoughts. Geography never changes, but territories change with borders imposed by humans. Similarly, Iran and Iraq border dispute dates back to conquest of Mesopotamia by Ottoman Empire in 1514. Before 19th century, territorial conflict between Ottoman and Persian empires was not about exact territorial extent, but rather about allegiance of nomadic tribes roaming the areas at margins of the empires. The concept of a border as a strictly demarcated line which clearly defines the extent of the sovereignty and jurisdiction of two neighbor powers is a European one. It was a function to the rise of modern territorial state with its claim to exclusive jurisdiction over its territory. Treaty of Erzurum in 1847 is the first serious attempt by two leading powers of Middle East to demarcate precise border on European lands. However, treaty resulted under pressure of two European empires with most significant interests in the region, that is Great Britain and Russia. Rather than settling the border disputes between them once and for all, the treaty outlined the dispute that would poison the relations between two empires and their successor states for centuries and half. The treaty implicitly confirmed Ottoman sovereignty over the whole of Shatt al-Arab, the river, which is the result of confluence of Tigris and Euphrates rivers, and joins them to the Persian Gulf. Ottomans ceded some territories on left bank of the river between Khorramshahr and Abadan to Persians, with the right of free navigation from Persian Gulf to these points was guaranteed. Hereby, the treaty set margins for future conflict over the status of Shatt al-Arab, which forms the modern Iraq's major outlet to the sea and adjacent lands. In the years just before World War I, a new settlement forced by the Russia and Britain reached through 1913 Protocol, where Britain dominated the deal, as Ottoman Empire ceded whole anchorage of Khorramshahr, which was essential for exploitation of oil concessions British held from Iran, and which until after Second World War would be most important point in whole of the Persian Gulf area. And after the foundation of Kingdom of Iraq at end of World War I, Iran rejected the 1847 treaty and its protocol. But the Treaty of Tehran 1937 confirmed previous treaties, but with a new concession to satisfy Iran, which led to fixing borderline between the two at Talweg, that is, over the stretch between Khorramshahr and oil refinery at Abadan, while for the rest of the course of the Shatt al-Arab, they remained fully under sovereignty of Iraq. The still unsatisfied Iran started supporting the Quds of the northern Iraq as a tool to destabilize regime in the Iraq. The Ba'ath regime at the time of 1975, led by Vice President Saddam Hussein, as part of his foreign and security strategy, ceded half of the control over the Shatt al-Arab and fixed the border over its whole course at the Talweg to avoid war with Iran and end their support to Quds in northern Iraq through Treaty of Baghdad signed in 1975. But humiliated Saddam got chance to upgrade the previous agreements in 1980, going back to 1847 lines. With Iran undergoing Islamic revolution and post-revolution consolidation, Saddam thought it's the right time to invade Iran, which is the weak, and also to regain lost areas ceded by Iraq, and also to capture oil-rich province of Khuzestan in Iran, which have ethnic Arabs and also favorable geography, as it's a plain connected to the Iraq but isolated from Iran political heartland by Zagros mountains acting as a barriers. And also Iraq's motivated to contain and destroy Shiite Islamic revolution in Iran, which is a threat to Shia majority Iraq. And for Iran, which is undergoing revolution, amidst instability and chaos came new threat of invasion by Iraq, which may destabilize post-revolution consolidation of Iran. As it's said, when very survival is in threat, humans fight with all capabilities to save themselves from perishing. Iran drawn volunteers forming paramilitary forces to save revolution as well as to defeat Iraq and export Islamic revolution to Shia majority Iraq. Finally, after 8 years of war from 1980 to 88, the stalemate reached with acceptance of UN brokered ceasefire, accepting status quo before 1980 war. But both sides failed in their objectives. Iraq failed to capture Iranian territories and bolster Arab separatism in Iran's Khuzestan province, whereas Iran failed to topple Saddam regime and destroy Iraqi military power as well as to inspire sectarian divide in Iraq. With Saddam accepted and reconfirmed the old border, still leaving enough leeway for yet another future retraction.
If you like the video, hit the like button. Please share and subscribe.